Hey everyone, we are live.
Hey everyone, you're with Kathy and Melissa. Hi, Melissa. We are
Hey
on Mortgage
Kathy,
Talk.
a
Yay!
long time no see.
I know. We had our nice retreat conference this weekend, so that was nice. And we are back
Yes,
ready to roll in 2026. So there you go.
feeling refreshed. Yep.
Yes, yes. Hey, there's been a lot of things, you know the old saying, all you realtors who do watch us out there, all you need to do is go on vacation or take a day off and the phones stop ringing. They start ringing and ringing. So same
That
thing
is
when you're
accurate.
doing yeah, when you're doing a conference or retreat or any of that such stuff, same thing happens. Look at all the media stuff we're going to talk about today that happened probably while we were on the airplane. So
Yep.
anyway, um, so this is just kind of going back to last Thursday, Friday, and over weekend, what's been going on and what may continue to go on. But Trump had some executive orders on Friday, right? So you've probably heard through the grapevine, through media, and through X, and any other way that you do get your sources of information. But the $200 billion buy order, right? So what he's wanting is Fannie and Freddie to actually buy 200,000 billion in mortgage-backed securities, so in the mortgage bonds. All right. Now, for those of you who are young like me and been around the block for a while, back in whatever 2012, 13, 15, 16, 17, those 5, 6, 7 years, when mortgage rates were lower for a very constant period of time, that's what happened is they bought billions a day. And I believe they currently buy 30 billion a day. So although this is something that will lower rates, and that's why you might have seen some stuff on social media on Friday that was like, hey, it's not going to last, whatever. If you're buying 30 billion already a day, and you're going to do 200 billion to infuse that market to trying to bring rates down as the purpose of doing that, I don't know how long that'll last. So you're going to want to call us and see if it's time to pull the trigger, that the payment you're wanting and the savings you want is there. However, I just don't, I'm just saying from my own experience, watching this stuff for decades now, I don't know how long that will last. Everything, what I do know, I know this, I know rates go down, they go up much faster, and they stay up for much longer than when they go down. Now, if they were infusing this every day or something, that would be a different story. But they're doing, my understanding is a one-time 200 billion infusion, a shopping
Mhm.
list to bring it down. Is that your understanding, Melissa, as well?
Yeah, that's how I understand it. And yeah, part of why I wanted to do this topic was to hear your take on it. Because, sometimes the media will blow things a little out of proportion, get a little too excited, and then we don't quite see the same effect, when Courtney pulls the rate sheet.
Right, exactly. That is really true. And so Bill Pulte also wanted to chime in on this, and he says, "We're ready. We've got the 200 billion cash liquid. We can do it right now and go." So he's ready to pull that trigger. So um, I'm just saying that it's possible that you may have a minute, an hour, a day, 5 days, 1 week, I don't know, to maybe look at if you're refinancing, doing that. If you happen to be buying already, that would be the opportunity you might have with your lender to lock possibly. But please understand, if it is infused at one time, although it may do what they're wanting, I don't know how long lasting it will be. That's my thought. So please don't wait. I guess that's the other thing. Everybody's like, well, I'm going to wait till it goes lower. If you can live with the payment, take care of business, help yourself, help yourself, help yourself. So um, don't assume more will be bought in. Don't assume that it'll last for a really long time. Don't assume anything. Understand you have a moment in time that works. Take care of it. That's really what you should do. With most things in life, stop waiting. Stop waiting for houses to drop to 90,000 again, or the rate to be at 2. Remember, we talked about that. If the rate's at 2
Yep.
and 3, what happens to you? You're unemployed more than likely. It's very possible. Unemployment will go skyrocketing more than likely if rates drop to 2 and 3%. So even when the feds did do this, rates were pretty level in the fours. So mid fours and then five, about four and a quarter to up to six, somewhere in there, depending on the day or whatever. So wasn't twos and threes. So anyway, and don't wait for the four. If you like the home, if you like the home you're living in, if you like the one you're buying or whatever, and the rate is there, not the rate. If the payment is there and you can live with the payment, great. If you can potentially refinance and save two, three, four, five, $600, then help yourself. Let us help you. We would like that. So, all right.
Yeah. Oh, I also, that reminds me, I want to plug a really cool tool we have that I feel I don't get to use enough and I love to use it. So this is partially for me. But we have a cost of waiting tool. So if you are on the fence thinking like, is it now a good time? Reach out to us and I would love to do a cost of waiting report for you. It's super nifty. There are graphs, like if you're visual, it's really great to look at. So reach out, make a comment below. If you're watching the recorded version, send us a DM. Any way you reach out to us, I would be on top of that. I love to do those.
Yeah. And thank you, Melissa. And we love that you do love to do that. And cost of waiting is simple, meaning if you buy it today at this rate, whatever that is,
Hmm.
this is what it costs through the time. If you wait, however, let's say I'll wait a year, I'm going to wait 5 years or whatever that time, we can show you potentially what it would be like. Everything, in the future is unknown, but potentially what that would look like. And typically you win when you don't wait. So that's
Right.
that's the whole point. How much you actually save yourself or grow in potential equity. Understand equity is just that magic number until you actually sell or refinance and take some out. It's just a number,
Mhm.
but that you might be able to tap into. But in any case, that is a really, really beautiful tool. So thank you for mentioning that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, the Wall Street had a ban. Leveling the playing field. This was on Trump's Truth Social, right? He wants to ban large institutional investors purchasing investment homes. So we have been sharing, and a lot of the media has been sharing it in the last 10, 15 years, that so many homes have been bought up by institutional investors that it's become more of a rental world instead of a home buyer world. And Trump knows that's the American dream, to own a home. That's, apple pie, baseball, and owning a home is like part of that American dream. So it's harder when you have those institutional purchases. Not only do they buy them up to where you can't, and they're usually your first starter home, not always, but then also that drives the market because now they're all sold and everybody wants them. That's more and more raises the prices of the home. And it's not in your favor when that happens. Plus, it becomes a renter's market. So you've got these large institutions who now you pay rent to. So if you ever liked my favorite Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life, it's the same thing. You know,
Mhm.
you've got that mean grumpy guy who owns so much, versus Bailey Park, where people are helping others to actually buy homes, own homes for the first time, and so on. So um, it's there is truth to that. So anyway, but that's on the ticket. I think he's asking Congress, if I recall, for that to happen this year. And if that's the case, then of course they would all have to agree and pass that legislation and so on. Do you know, Melissa? I think that's a congressional situation, but I'm not
I
sure.
believe so.
I think,
Yeah. Let me Google that.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, they want the inventory to go to the families, which is great. I mean, and then families then sell, and then they move up to the next one and sell, move up to the next one. And then you have the boomers who eventually transition, pass away, and then that comes onto the market. And that is how the natural course of home buying goes, unless you've got massive, I mean, some from the Truth Social and other that I've heard is that they'll buy 30,000 homes in a block. My goodness gracious, that's every one of that could have been a first time home buyer family member who has it. So
Mhm.
that's also was in the news, Again, we're not here politically, we're just sharing what we hear. So
Yeah. And yeah, but it would be going to Congress. There's some bills already going through. And it has bipartisan support, which isn't surprising. I feel like both sides can agree on the American dream.
right, right. Well, and one of the others in the media, in X and stuff, is they're calling it the thaw, the lock-in effect. The hope is that if they spend that money buying those bonds, the mortgage bonds, that what that will do is try to, you've got a rate in the sixes or something up here, and then you've got the 3% down here. If you lower it, we call it the gold, not we, but the media calls it golden handcuffs can come off. You might leave your 3% home and maybe buy one if it's down in the fives, because you now have 3 kids, you really need more room, or you're retired and you don't need as much room. You want to resize your home for whichever the reason, but that hopefully the gap between today and what it was narrows. That's the idea, is that it narrows, making more people excited to go and sell and list their house and all of that and go get into their new home. And, first time buyers to come back into the market and be excited about buying their home. First time home buyers 33, 34. Today it's 40 years old. So it's really different. So kind of releasing those golden handcuffs that have left you in that home. Um, so I did hear a note on that is not on Melissa's, that I'll share. And that is, depending what you think or believe or not, potentially in the future, our homes, they've already reduced some, may reduce even more. So if you were to look at getting a home equity line of credit, and we do those, but wherever you go, it would allow you some leverage if it is to where homes have gone down or rates have gone down, or a combination of things have made it to where you're like, woohoo, maybe you want to buy your vacation home. Maybe you want to bring mom and dad closer to you or something like that. A line of credit might be able to do that for you, before, if your equity does lower, this would be a good time to actually get that in line. So just a
That's
thought.
a great point. Yeah.
Yeah, just food for thought on that. So be ahead of the game, because you heard it here on Mortgage Talk with Kathy and Melissa. So there you go. um, so for all of our realtor friends out there, here's the value, right? Um, there's always volatility with rates. There's volatility with markets. So 20 and 21, if you were lender or realtor during that time, what that was like, oh my goodness. So there's always volatility. And it sounds like we're going to come into some more. And it may be just like for moments. So your buyers and sellers out there need a steady hand. So that's you. That's you. You're their steady hand. So start talking to them. Let them know that there are some changes, but they'll probably be fast, right? It's especially with the technology and the way things go and the way people hear things today, it'll probably be fast. So if they're thinking about listing their home, you want to get them ready, what they need to do, get it done so that when that perfect opportunity comes, they're listing, right? Or they want to be ahead of the game, so they're listing now. They want to buy, they got to be off the fence, pre-approved. Check that pre-approval again. Rates may have come down since they got pre-approved. What is their true buying power for the payment that they want to make, that payment can be for them? That's what they want to know. And get them looking and ready. And sometimes before all that mayhem happens is a good time, because sometimes sellers will pay closing costs. And also sometimes you're not in competing markets. When this mayhem and this volatility starts, and it may be for a day, a week, a year, who knows? The challenge with that is that mayhem means there's usually a lot of people involved. So you might not get
Mhm.
the house you're looking for because you're competing against 10 other people. And on that note, just don't forget that the one thing that we do is we talk to um, if you're buying a home, we get the opportunity to talk to that list agent and do a video for the list agent and the seller to see what your lending strengths are. So that brings you up a notch. A lot don't do that, but I know we do. We're like, I don't know,
Mhm.
82, 87% effective when they utilize our video along with your massively beautiful offer that your realtor does for you. all that together makes, in a pretty bow, makes a great offer and opportunity. So realtors, don't forget we do that. We help you get them under contract. And don't forget buyers, we help you succeed in your dream home. So things are always a changing. I see this as a fast moving year. Very excited for it, but it is going to be a blink and a blink. So be ready. Be ready for all those blinks. Unless you're a dream a genie. There you go. You can't just put up your own house. For those of you who are young like me, you'll know I Dream a Genie. If not,
Even I know that
yeah,
reference. It was on Nick at Night when I was a kid. I really
yeah.
liked I Dream of Jeannie.
Well, and if not, I'm sure YouTube will show you. You know, I still
Yep.
watch my Dharma and Greg on YouTube. So at night when I'm working, I love Dharma and Greg. So anyway, you can find anything pretty much anywhere. I even found my old.
Yep.
I kept thinking, how come that cartoon never came back as Milton, your brand new son? And I would sing that song all the time in my head. And finally, I found it on YouTube. That there's some Milton the Monster thing. So anyway, all
I
right.
don't know that one. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it's very cute. Very cute. Anyway, the things we do. Well, I'm hoping the mortgage talk has helped you. Please put your comments down below. Melissa, tell them the prize they can win if they comment. What do we do for them? We answer.
If you comment, we will answer you. And again, if you are interested in a cost of waiting report, I would love to do that. Can email it, text it to you. So yeah, please don't be afraid to reach out. Let's have a great 2026. If you're looking to buy, sell, refinance, we're here for you.
We are. We are. So Courtney, I, and Melissa, great team, and will take great care of you. So yeah, give us a call, 509-999-6464, or there's a link below or above or beside. Like us, share us, tell all your friends about us. We would love that. That's how we get to feed our family. So thank you so much. Have a really blessed day, and we'll see you in a week. Thank you. Thanks, Melissa. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.